You all guessed it right. Number 1 position goes to Type from Than Type. Type not only plays hard to get in the beginning, he is also a huge homophobe and hates gays. He is so hateful towards Than that he does everything in his power to kick Than out of his room. When Type gets to know that Than took care of him when he fell sick, his heart softens and he gets confused about his feelings for Than. For a while, Type keeps playing ping pong with Than's emotions by having mindless sex with him and also keeping a girlfriend on the side. The 2 position goes to Kit from 2 Moons 2. Kit is a medical student who is a senior of Ming, who is an engineering student. Ming fell in love at first sight. However, Kit is reluctant because Ming is a university moon and has a history of dating girls and dumping them. Kit is afraid that if he falls for Ming, he will get his heart broken in the end. Kit even goes as far as to pretend that him and Beam were boyfriends in order to make Ming stay away from him. Number 3 is Kit from Gen Y the series. Kit is a medical student who aims to become a doctor. He couldn't care less about a pesky engineering student Mark, who keeps following him around like a lost puppy. Mark is handsome and has girls dying for his attention, but Mark only has eyes for Kit. At first, Kit finds Mark annoying and disrespectful, but as Mark's advances become more and more bold, Kit found himself longing for Mark's affection and attention. 4 is Tutor from YRU. Fighter is in love with Tutor since the first year of college. However, he thinks that Tutor has feelings for his friend Fa, so Fighter asks Fa to be his girlfriend to stay close to Tutor. He keeps teasing and flirting with Tutor but is afraid to show his true emotions to him. Tutor would always dodge Fighter's advances and not let him get close, but there was an internal conflict going on in Tutor's heart. He had a strong physical attraction towards Fighter and it would get very difficult to control himself whenever him and Fighter were close. Number 5 is Shui from We Best Love. Shui has spent his entire life being second best thanks to Gao Shede. Since middle school, no matter what they competed in, Shede always managed to beat Shui. Wherever Shui went, Shede was there, competing and winning against him. As a result, Shui has developed a hatred towards Shede. But the reason why Shede is always around Shui is very different. Shede has loved Shui since their childhood. However, Shui has always seen Shede as a competitor and as an enemy. Number 5 is Bai Lo Yin from Addicted. Bai Lo Yin is a stubborn and introvert genius who likes to sleep through his classes but still manage to come on top of his school every single time. He lives a simple life with his loving father and grandmother. Bai Lo Yin likes to keep his thoughts and feelings to himself and rarely reveal his true self in front of people. Lo Yin's life changes when he meets hot and reckless Gu He, a typical embodiment of a rich spoiled brat. Gu He is impulsive with his decisions and falls in love with Lo Yin hard and fast. Lo Yin and Gu He play a cat and mouse game where Gu He does everything in his power to get close to Lo Yin while Lo Yin does everything to avoid him. Although both Gu He and Lo Yin are stubborn and hot-headed, they can't stay away from each other. Lo Yin realizes his feelings for Gu He when they had to split when they found out that they were stepbrothers. Number 6 is Jiwoo from To My Star. Jiwoo is an uptight chef who puts on a cold, distant exterior in order to protect himself from heartbreak and abandonment. Jiwoo is carrying the weight of the world and is getting worn out day by day. Sojun enters his life and his world changes. Sojun is a superstar celebrity. He is bright, cheerful and straightforward. He wears his heart on his sleeves. Sojun comes as a light to Jiwoo's darkness. But as Sojun and Jiwoo's friendship grows, Jiwoo becomes anxiety-ridden. He is afraid of the inequality between their worlds and that inequality may make Sojun go away from him. So he ignores Sojun's advances but also gets jealous when Sojun pays attention to another man. Number 7 is Shingxi from History 4 Close to You. Shingxi is a warm and caring man who brings joy to people around him. He is always attentive to other people's feelings and regarded as one of the most respected and admired people in the office. He has a stepbrother Fu Young-jae, who he is not related to by blood. Young-jae is the opposite of Shingxi. He is cold and indifferent. He also has an obsession towards his older brother Shingxi. Shingxi has always spoiled his younger brother Young-jae and never thought of him as something else. However, Young-jae has loved Shingxi since they were children. At first, it was really hard for Shingxi to accept the fact that Young-jae could be anything else to Shingxi except his brother. Number 8 is Lu Jigang from Make Our Days Count. Lu Jigang is a charming and handsome man who owns a cafe in the city. He frequents at this gym, which is owned by the cousin of Sun Bo Xiang. Bo Xiang is a high schooler and works at his cousin's gym part-time. There he meets Jigang and instantly falls in love with him. Bo Xiang is a loud and impulsive teenager who is very passionate about his love for Jigang. However, Jigang is wary of Po Xiang's advances as he has a bad history when it comes to romantic relationships. Jigang has always been abandoned by his lovers and can no longer trust anyone. Number 9 is Yoshigu from Make Our Days Count. Yoshigu is a bookworm whose only goal is to get into a good university and come out of his poor upbringing. He is an orphan and has never known love, so he stays aloof and only focuses on getting a scholarship to go to a well-known university. Whereas Xiang Hao Ting is a carefree boy who comes from a well-off family. He has never faced any difficulties in life like Yoshigu. When Yoshigu and Xiang Hao Ting's path collide, a fire ignites within Hao Ting. A carefree boy whose life was all about partying and fun suddenly starts caring for Yoshigu, who seemed aloof and vulnerable. Yoshigu, on the other hand, is troubled by the sudden entry of a popular guy in his life. All Shigu wants is to live a quiet life and focus on his studies. Number 11 is Kero from Game Boys. Kero is a popular video game streamer who is cute and endearing. He is also emotionally guarded as a young adult and is struggling to come to terms with his identity. Gabriel is a handsome and charming young man who has a crush on Kero. He joins Kero's live stream one day. Their friendship starts with innocent banter and harmless flirtation from Gav's side. Gav is a confident young boy who is not afraid to voice out his emotions and is totally comfortable in his skin. On the other hand, Kero is struggling with his sexuality and spends his time online making friends in order to figure himself out. Number 12 is Ram from My Engineer. Ram is a quiet and shy guy who only likes to interact with people he's close to. Although with his foreigner looks and handsome face, he quickly becomes the center of attention wherever he goes. Ram hates being the main attraction and has a reserved personality. King, on the other hand, is a polar opposite of Ram. He is loud and outgoing, sweet and caring. King loves making new friends and having new experiences. When King saw Ram for the first time, he fell in love. Ram did not talk, but still King understood him. Ram found himself opening up to King and it surprised him because he would never normally open up to strangers. Ram would share things with King that he could not even share with his own friends. Let me know in the comment section which BLs you've seen from this list. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.